Hello, Rob Cornish here, and thank you very much for clicking on this free video training. Let's jump right ahead onto the computer and get underway. Okay, in this video I'm going to do two things for you. Firstly, I'm going to tell you the exact method that I use to name my websites, and then we're going to jump online very quickly and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that with an example. So let's go ahead and get started. Basically, you need to decide two things when you're naming your website. Let's look at an example, www.mywebsite.com. The first thing you need to decide is the actual website name. The second thing that you need to decide is the domain name extension, which is obviously in this example .com. It could be .net or .org, and that's what I'm going to tell you about in this video. So firstly, how to choose your website name. Well, the way I like to approach this is by asking this question: will I be relying on search engine traffic? So in other words, are you looking at getting visitors to your website through free traffic methods, probably from Google in the natural search results, and getting visitors to your website from the search engine results pages? If the answer is yes, then you need to choose a name as close as possible to the keyword that you are targeting. Now I'm going to show you an example, so don't worry if you're not quite sure what that means at this stage. But if the answer is no, so in other words you're not relying on search engine traffic, and in fact you're probably looking to get visitors, say, in another traffic method, maybe from, say, forums that you're active on, or maybe from joint venture partners, for example. So if the answer is no, then what you can actually do is choose a brandable name. So this would probably be the name of your product, your company, or just your brand that you're trying to develop and promote. So great examples of this, of course, are like Google, Facebook and Apple. Now this overall decision and this question that you should ask yourself is so important, because I did this so wrong when I first started out, and I know a lot of newbies to the internet also make this mistake, that the first website they launch, or the first few websites they launch, they try and make up sort of funky brandable names for. So when I first started out, I was trying to sort of emulate names like Google and like Facebook, you know, and then I'd launch the website and then wonder why the search engines didn't send me any visitors. So if you are looking for free traffic methods, then it's really important that you choose a name for your website that's as close as possible to the keyword that you're actually targeting. Okay, so number two, how to choose your domain name extension. Well, this is very straightforward, and it really depends on the geographical region that you're marketing to. So if you're looking to market to people on a global basis or target a US audience, then the definite choices you want to go for are .com, .org and .net, and that's my order of preference. So I think it's a widespread view, virtually everyone agrees that .com is the most powerful domain name extension on a global or US basis. And then if you can't get a .com extension, then go for a .org or .net. My preference is for a .org over a .net. Now there are other global domain name extensions available, of course, so for example .info, but I'm not personally a big fan of, for example, .info, because I think, well, I don't see many .infos ranking very well in the top 10 in Google, and B, I think, I don't want to be unfair here, but I think there's some evidence that perhaps .infos have been associated with spammy type sites in the past. So I tend to shy away from things like .info and really focus on .com, .org and .net. And certainly for my mini sites that I look to do affiliate marketing on, it's those extensions that I use mainly. But if you're not looking for a global or US audience, if you're actually looking for an audience to market to in a specific country, then get the domain name extension for that country. So for example, if you were targeting the United Kingdom, it would be much better for you to get the .co.uk extension than it would actually to get the .com. Because again, if you are relying on free traffic methods, so getting visitors to your website from the search results in Google, for example, then by having that .co.uk extension, you're basically telling Google that, look, my website is about and it's for people in the United Kingdom. So you're sending a message to Google in that respect. Now, of course, this is a problem that we all run into. If your exact website name is not available because somebody else has registered it, then what you need to do is adjust that website name slightly to find one that is available. And the way I like to do this, and I think it's very effective and it's worked very well, I really recommend this to you, is to add prefixes or suffixes to your website name. So my favourite examples are as follows. I think if you have particularly if you have a technology kind of website, then it's great to have the prefix I or E, because it just fits that. It goes well with the website, the kind of website that you've got there. My other favourite, and this is actually my all-time favourite, is to put HQ as a suffix, and I think this is great because it's a suffix, so it doesn't. You've still got the key name to begin with, starting, whereas you haven't obviously with the prefix. But the HQ also gives it somewhat of an air of authority, if you like. You're telling people that you're actually, this is the headquarters, this is the main site. So I really like that. I have got a website where I've got a suffix as a Z. So that can work in certain circumstances, and there's other, there's EZ as well as a prefix at the bottom there. But primarily it's the top four that I would use, and my favourite overall is to put HQ as the suffix. Okay, so I'm on the web now, and I'm actually in Google AdWords keyword tool. And I've assumed for this example that I'm interested in researching the Forex trading platform niche. So in other words, this is for currency traders who are looking for a suitable trading platform that they can use to place bets in the foreign exchange market. So the first thing I've done is just entered a seed keyword, which is Forex trading platform here at the top. I've selected all countries because I'm interested in targeting a global audience for this niche, and I can see my results down at the bottom. Now let's say we're interested in this keyword here, best Forex trading platform. I can see that it's got just under 3,000 global monthly searches. So typically when you're going into a new niche, that's probably the level that you would look for initially. It's maybe a little on the low side, but it'll do for this example. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is check to see if this exact match domain name is available. So what I'm going to do is jump over to Namecheap, which is the website I like to use to register my domains, and in the main search box I can type in this keyword that I'm interested in targeting for my website. So I'll type that in. Okay, best Forex trading platform, and it's set to .com because obviously I'm interested in targeting a global audience, and I know a .com is definitely the most powerful domain name extension for that. So I'll go ahead and click search, and we can see the results. So the first thing we see, and this is not surprising because if you've done this before, you'll know that you see this all the time. Most of the keywords that look like they're worth targeting are already taken as domain names. So you can see here at the top, bestforextradingplatform.com is actually taken. Now we could, if we wanted to, go for a .co extension, which is available, or a .me, and as I said, a bit like the info example that I gave earlier, I'm not a real fan of those other kinds of domain name extensions. I really want a .com if I can have one. So obviously the exact match domain name is not available for my keyword that I'm looking at. So what I can do though is try a variation on that. Now I mentioned my absolute all-time favourite is to put a suffix of an HQ. So I'm going to do another search here, and we'll try and have a look and see if that one is available. Okay, and we've got a result here, because you can see that although bestforextradingplatform.com was taken, actually when we've added the suffix HQ, it's available. So if I was looking to seriously go into this niche, I mean this is just an example and I haven't done any more research on this particular niche. It could be an absolutely great one to go for, I don't know, I haven't done the research, but if I was looking to go in for it, this is what I would choose personally. I like the HQ because it gives an air of authority, and it's still got that keyword that I'm looking to target in the domain name, so it'll be in my website name. So this is all very straightforward stuff, isn't it? But it's definitely something that I had a bit of an issue with and I fell foul of when I first started out online. So that's why I decided to make this video for you, just in case you were having the same kind of issues. So I hope you found it useful. This is Rob Cornish from GainHigherGround.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.